out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Yashamati Nandana, Brajaparanagara. Haribo, Haribo, Jehovah.
This is dedicated to you rock and rollers like Lalita, Ganga, those who like rock and roll. Watch for it, watch for it, watch for it. Whoa, yeah. Krishna, wild man, wild woman, wild thing. Woo, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wait for it. We ain't finished yet. Ooh. Yeah. Wild woman. Lalita Ganga. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ooh, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, hey. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, I can see Satsu jumping on the trampoline right now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. One more. Why not? Dire straits. We're in dire straits, man. Woo! We did that one already. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Practice that one later. Quit while I'm ahead. All right. Now that my voice is warmed up, let's chant some japa together. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare. All right. Oh. Oops. All right. So, yeah, let's chant some japa. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Welcome, Meena. Thank you for coming.
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama Hare Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare
Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Sri
Srila
Advaita
Prabhupada
Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Prabhupada
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
The
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya.
The Krishna Chaitanya
Mm. Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
The Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya
Krishna
The
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
The
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
The Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
The Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita
Shri
Gadadhara
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya, Shri
Vasari Gaura
Chaitanya,
Bhakta Jaya
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura
Shri
Bhakta
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya Sri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama, Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Ajita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
All right. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus.
Jaya Sri Prabhupada Jaya
All right. So we'll read from this book here. And Majja Lila, Chapter 1, page 235. Now, fully assuming the role. Oh, wait. Whether he was eating, sleeping, or awake, Lord Caitanya did not speak of anything but Lord Krishna. When the devotees heard the descriptions of these activities of the Lord, they discussed them amongst themselves, and they contemplated them in their hearts. Has Lord Krishna manifested in his body? Perhaps this is by the association of devotees, or perhaps by some previous process of purification. Contemplating within their hearts in this way, the devotees experience great happiness. By his manifestation in this world, Lord Vishwambara vanquished the suffering of his devotees. By his manifestation in this world, Lord Vishwambara vanquished the suffering of his devotees and destroyed the materialistic atheists and offenders. Now fully assuming the role of a Vaishnava, Mahaprabhu Vishwambara always saw Lord Krishna present everywhere in the world. Without cessation, both during day and night, with his ears he heard only the name Lord Krishna, and with his mouth he spoke only Krishna Chandra. The Lord, who was once absorbed in the taste of scholarship, could not now relish anything other than Krishna. Early in the morning, all his students would assemble.
What page was it, Guru Maharaj? I know it's
235. 235. Towards the bottom there. Early in the morning, all his students would assemble for their studies. However, when he who is the master of the three worlds sat and began to lecture, nothing but Krishna appeared upon his tongue. The student asked, "What is the correct and perfect understanding of the alphabet?" The Lord replied, "Lord Narayan is situated in all the letters of the alphabet." The students asked, "How were the letters of the alphabet perfected?" The Lord replied, "The merciful glance of Lord Krishna created the alphabet." The students responded, "O Pandit, please give us correct understanding." The Lord said, "At every moment one should remember Lord Krishna." Unbelievable, man. What perfect intelligence. The students responded, "O Pandit, please give us the correct understanding." The Lord said, "At every moment, one should remember Lord Krishna." Which is the purpose of all the scriptures? In the beginning, in the middle, and the end. The scriptures only teach the to worship Lord Krishna, or the worship of Lord Krishna. Upon hearing the Lord's explanation, the students began to laugh. One murmured, the cause of this strange explanation is an imbalance of the life airs." The students again asked, "From where did you get this idea?" The Lord replied, "This is the ultimate conclusion of the scripture." The Lord said, "If you cannot understand now, then contemplate the matter, and in the afternoon I will explain it in more detail." Each student should go to a secluded place and study his books. In the afternoon, we will meet again. Upon hearing the Lord's words, the surprised students tied up their books and left. All the students then went to Gangadas and related the words and explanations of the Lord. They said, Nimai Pandit now declares that all the words of the scriptures refer to Lord Krishna alone. After returning home from Gaya, he talks only of Krishna and gives nothing else as an explanation. He continually chants the name of Lord Krishna, feeling great ecstasy. Sometimes he laughs aloud, sometimes he roars aloud, and sometimes his whole body breaks out into horripilation. In this way, different symptoms manifest within him. You read a little bit now there, Lolita.
They went with their books to a secluded place. So all the students then went to Gangadasa and related the words and explanations of the Lord. They said, Nimai Pandita now declares that all words of the scriptures refer to Lord Krishna alone. After returning home from Gaya, he talks only of Krishna and he gives nothing else as an explanation. He continuously chants the name of Lord Krishna, feeling great ecstasy. Sometimes he laughs aloud, sometimes roars aloud, and sometimes his whole body breaks out into horripilation. In this way, different symptoms manifest within him. When he sits down to teach, he connects the root of every single word to Krishna. This now transformation in him seems to be so alien to us. Please, oh Master. Please, oh Master, tell us what should we do. Gangadasa Pandita, the Juba-like teacher of Navadvip, is smart. And after listening to the complaints of the students, he told them, go home now and return this afternoon. I will instruct Nimai. I will see that he tutors all of you properly from now on. You will also come with Nimai. Be here with your books this afternoon. Later that afternoon, the Lord visited Gangadasa Pandita, and he touched his master's feet with respect. In return, Gangadasa Pandita blessed him, saying, may you become highly learned. He then continued, my dear Vishwamara, I must tell you something. You know that it is no small matter from a Brahmin to be able to teach. It is a question. It is a question of good fortune. Yeah, your grandfather is none other than Sri Nilambara Chakravarti. Your father is Sri Jagannath Mishra. Both are great scholars. Neither of your parents' families is illiterate, and you yourself, you are a very able scholar with an exceptional faculty to give commentary. Would you say that one achieves the path of devotion to the Lord by giving up his education and learning? In that case, are not your parents devotees of the Lord? You should learn. You should learn and study properly. For only through proper education and learning one can become a Vaishnava Brahmin. How can an illiterate Brahmin develop the faculty for discriminating between good and bad, proper and improper? Knowing this, you should chant. You should chant Krishna's name and continue.
Yeah,
And continue.
there's a difference. There's a difference. This seems so loud. There's a why is this so loud? There's a difference in levels there. You could see like so his teacher's saying, okay, how can you achieve the path of devotion without becoming like a proper discrimination between good and bad? You see, that's the slower path. That's what most people are teaching. That's what they teach in Vaishnavism. Is you got to become a Brahmin. What did Prabhupada teach? People to be more Brahminical and to learn to discriminate. This is pure, this is impure. You see, but that's not why Lord Caitanya came. He came to give another path of how to discriminate. So, and which the Bhagavatam really teaches. That's not really Bhagavatam, the teaching the discrimination that this is pure and impure. That's why Veda Vyas was perplexed. He was teaching like and Bhagavatam started on another level. That's just kind of like the work that Jesus started. Bhagavatam also started, and Lord Caitanya finished. See, so because to discriminate between what is pure, what is good, and what is bad is still not the full truth. It's only a partial understanding. That's like saying, see, that contradicts the Bhagavatam. If you say the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion, you say, okay, the highest reality is mode of goodness. And this is what people do. This is what the Vaishnavas do, even though they're not aware of that, most of them. They say this is the highest reality, Varnashram Dharma. This is what Prabhupada wanted. This is the ultimate goal of life, is to be liberated, to go back to Godhead. See? And they distinguish it from the mode of passion and ignorance. See? But they're still covered. And that's what he taught, Lord Caitanya taught his mother later on in the same vein of what we're talking here, is discussing here. He's sitting on the pot of rejected pots, and his mother says, get out of that, off of that unclean place. That's unclean there. And so the Lord started his discussion like a great, like Muni, and he said, and so he said, well, first of all, if you believe that these were offered to Krishna, then they're purified. Then there's no fault, even though they've been thrown in a ditch or anything, they've been purified. See? So that's that level. Then he went on. He says, actually, the whole world is seeing this is pure and this is impure and going to hell. Still, they're still in illusion. the good and the bad is not enough. You go to hell or heaven. That's your only two destinations still. Because that's the information you get. That's the knowledge you get. You see, the Lord was talking conclusively on the transcendental platform of a self-realized soul. And the students were used to being taught good and bad and discrimination. They couldn't understand the Lord, just like people can't understand. We more or less do the same thing. Talk about, yeah, everything is Krishna. You know, everything is Krishna, Krishna at this level. And see, everything is included here. That teaching of Ganga Das, that's all included and more. Here we teach even the mode of goodness is a covering. And we teach that the only meaning for advancing in spiritual life is to understand Lord Chaitanya's teachings. Lord Chaitanya's teachings, his understanding, his information that he brought to the world, his devotees and their clarity, their understanding is the real meaning of advancing in spiritual life. Otherwise, you're not even spiritual if you're still interested in becoming a Brahmin. This is the whole thing with the Hare Krishna movement. I noticed that from the very beginning. I know they don't know what it is spiritual. As a matter of fact, they're against the spirit, most of them. You know, they think they're for the spirit, but they don't know what the spirit is. See, this is, and then they hear these teachings are spirit, because, you know, spirit is the conception of the absolute truth as it is in its complete. And this is the highest truth. This is why we don't have like hundreds of people coming, because they can't get that. They're so used to teachers like Ganga Das teaching, well, you got to become a Brahmin first, you know, and then spend lifetimes doing that. But even the sages, they approach Sutta Goswami. See, even Bhagavatam's teaching all these secret, confidential, truthful things. The sages said, listen, we don't want to spend our whole lives trying to become Brahmins and to learn this is pure and this is impure and encase ourselves in rituals and ceremonies, which are very hard to do and they take a lot of money usually, and you got to build temples and to worship heavy deities. Give us something that can cut the downtime, you know, just cut to the chase. Just bring us back to Godhead. And then, so Sutta Goswami, who was there listening to Shukadev Goswami, taught the same thing. That's why that teaching of Sutta Goswami and Shukadev Goswami is in the Bhagavatam as speakers, because they're on the same page, teaching the same thing. And Lord Caitanya came to clarify that teaching of Bhagavatam even more. And we're here to re-clarify that again, because it's been lost. Gurus, they don't teach this stuff. They're like Ganga Das. They have an idea of devotion. I mean, of course, Ganga Das, pure devotee, but that's basically where things are at. People are not like him. They don't have that kind of intimacy with the Lord. But still, this is the mentality of people. It's like, well, no, you want devotion. Oh, that's many lifetimes before you get prema, the love of God. You can't get devotion without going through the regulative program and study of the Vedas and become a Brahmin and control your genitals and control everything and fast. And oh, man, you got a long time, man. We're talking lifetimes before you're going to get that love, that devotion. See? Lord Caitanya came with a new message. Jesus started it. Hey, Lord Caitanya actually started with Bhagavatam, with Shukadev Goswami and Sutta Goswami, teaching how to, you know, the quick path is you listen to a self-realized soul who knows what these deep devotees know, like Shukadev Goswami and Sutta Goswami and Lord Caitanya, Nityananda, and Jesus Christ. What they know, and if they're preaching it, kiss the ground, because you're going back to Godhead quick. Okay? Otherwise, you got Pharisee teachings, a long path. You got the teachings of the gurus and ISKCONs and all that, which is the long, they don't know this stuff. Am I not telling you nothing, that people that no one has explained this stuff before? No one, not one person. Not even Bhakti Vinod has explained this to this degree. Is it because I'm so great? No, they're so great. Their mercy is great. And we just happen to got it here. So don't try to place any false ego on me. I may boast, but I know how to boast. Boast correctly. If you're going to boast, you got to boast correctly and prove there's no false ego behind your boasting.
True is true, and we are for the true, and we fight for the true, and we love the truth.
Yeah, truth is Mamma mia.
No false ego, no lies, nothing.
This is our daily news. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. This is like new stuff. I didn't know this. Well, I sort of knew it, but it gets more clear every time we get together. You know? I love that. I love clarity. I love as it is, man. Why? Because my Lord does. We come here to teach as it is, you know, the glories of as it is, and just drop that speculation, man. Get rid of it. It doesn't liberate. Well, you may get liberation, but what is that compared to relishing every word, every conception, every truth as it is? There's nothing like that, man. That's powerful, man. That shakes up the world. Remember, I just read Lord Caitanya came to deliver, he came to destroy the atheists and the offenders. But how does he destroys their mentality? He destroys their illusion. Forget the body. Lord Caitanya didn't come to destroy any bodies, only the false body of false ego. We'll destroy that, you know, the false ID, false knowledge, speculations, all that stuff. That's our work here. That's our active activity. Destroy all that stuff and just replace it with tasting the nectar of each word, like you do, Lily. You know, very, very advanced in that. You can taste on nectar in these words. Yeah, like that. It's amazing.
It's present day. It's just what the Lord gives me on my dish.
Yeah, it's
because
a great
I
dish,
associate
man.
with you.
It's
It's
a
big
lot
dish.
of good stuff on that dish, man. It's like she's eating in one of these. You ever see those all-you-can-eat places? She's like in a place like that. It's just, and in this place that she's at, she can just eat as much as she wants, man, without getting a bellyache.
No gallbladder stones.
No hindrances. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, go ahead there, Lolita. Read on.
Let's see. How can an illiterate Brahmin develop the faculty for discriminating between good and bad, proper and improper?
See, this is we just cut to the chase here. Otherwise, you're just doing one step. Oh, this is good in the mode of goodness, and this is bad in the mode of passion and ignorance. This is good. You could spend your whole life just doing that, and still you're in illusion. You're still in the material universe's illusion. Even the first verse in Bhagavatam says even the great demigods and sages are in illusion because they don't have these conceptions that are above the modes of nature. They're very special. That's why it takes time to understand, takes generations sometimes to understand these things. That's why first Moses comes and teaches rules, regulations, ceremonies. You know, and also in India, they have the same thing. You know, they teach about Jagannath and regulative worship and Varnashram Dharma. See, it's so deep, it's so powerful, it's so exalted, the ultimate conclusion. See? And then Jesus comes and makes it more clear. And then Lord Caitanya comes and makes it more clear. See? And then we're here just to clarify what he's already clarified. And at the same time, even new stuff comes, you know. Look, I have students here that are better than Lord Caitanya's students. They didn't understand what you guys are understanding. Look at that. They didn't understand what you're understanding. They thought Lord Caitanya, his own students thought he was a little nuts, right? You see that, right? Look, you're understanding. You're also as nuts as I am, and that's what it takes. That's called purification. That's why, man, you know the Lord. If He sends you here, you're gonna go through it, man. He's gonna start ripping your clothes off of the false ego, all that false ego clothes. He's gonna just go and just take it off. And you might go, no, leave me, like Putana says, no, leave me, don't suck that life out of me, man. I was living on that life of the false ego. And Krishna didn't let go of that tit, man. He sucked all that life of material conceptions and all that stuff, demoniac stuff out of her. We got that going on here too. So you want God, you come here, you can get it, but you'll prove that you really want the Lord, because we've been captivated a long time, and we need help. We need to be spiritually taken like that, Rakshasa style. Krishna married many women Rakshasa style. He just grabbed them. That's how he just grabs them and stole them away from the material energy, stole them away from their families. We Rakshasa style, we just grab people out of the world. Don't we? Sometimes you just grab them here, man,
Yeah, absolutely.
Take them away from their gurus even. Ooh, yeah, we do that too. Look, we've got Shama Sundari, man. Just grabbed her right away just took him right out of his grasp, out of his little regulative hand.
Much better place.
When I feel naked, then I am gonna make it. Hey, you should use Chat AI to write some of your rap songs. Oh, I got to try that again. Make another song. See if it's working today. Go ahead.
So, knowing this, you should chant Krishna's name and continue your education. Go teach the scriptures in a proper way with the proper explanations, and do not try to misconstrue the meanings.
Yeah, you see, it's different level. And that's why ultimately when you're ready to be delivered, you have to hear that level from a self-realized soul that you think is crazy. That's why you see the verses here. I'm here to teach people about these verses. In chapter 23, life's ultimate goal, love of God, right? There's a verse right in there. It says, not even the greatest scholars can understand the mind, the understanding, the emotional state, the knowledge, the intentions of a person steeped in love of Krishna, because they're on another level of consciousness. See, but if somehow or other you're led to listen to such a person, that vibration alone will lift your consciousness through to that level, and you'll go through automatically, spontaneously, the purification that great yogis have to do, big austerities to do, and these devotees are promoting in all these religious Vaishnava groups to do, and they can't even get where you're getting. So difficult. But here you're lifted automatically into, it's like you're thrown into a washing machine instead of doing the hand washing, Oh yeah, we got to wash these clothes. It takes you a lot longer. You sit there all day. You ever see these Indian ladies all day long washing things? Just all day long, Here, we're high tech, man. We're cutting edge, high tech Vaishnavism, man. We just take you and throw you in the washing machine and push the button. And it's automatic. This is automatic, man. Automation. We're on cutting edge, man. All of
it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He says, it brings me tremendous anxiety, but actually,
we bring a lot of people anxiety. They can't. They're not controllable. We're afraid. What's going on in that Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place?
Oh, yeah. What are they doing? They are shaking our religion. The Lord replied, by your grace and the mercy of your lotus feet, there is no one, there is no one in Navadvip who can defeat me in any argument. Who can refute my arguments?
He's back to his old, that's the way you can relate to his guru. Loved that. Watch, the guru goes, see his pride, he loved this.
I
Oh,
love
my
that pride.
he's back.
It's
He's normal now.
transcendental.
He's normal now. He was
Who
so
can
abnormal in this state, preaching the essence of truth that comes from ecstatic worship. See, isn't that what we're preaching? The essence of truth that comes from ecstatic worship, and people think we're crazy. I just think it's fantastic. I think it's great to be Bhagavad Gita 10:10 and use it over and over again. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah, real knowledge are from people like Lord Caitanya, have that blessing to worship Krishna in ecstasy. And they share that revelation. And it's what nobody knows unless you worship like that. Or if you want to know, you have to hear those explanations and get purified. That's why you see Jesus said to his disciples, you are clean from the word I spoke to you for 3 years. All these concepts and conceptions that come from his intimacy, he told them. See, the Pharisees didn't have that consciousness, so all they can teach is rules, regulations, and all that stuff. The same thing in Vaishnavism now. They don't have this kind of intimacy with the Lord, and they can only teach you rules and regulations and ceremonies and varnashram dharma, and just kind of carry on what Prabhupada started. And if you can do more, well, somebody says, no, we're a Raganuga Sangha. Okay, prove it. Let's see some fruit. Just like Christians say, they say, hey, man, show us some fruit that you really know God. That's intelligence. The ecstatic Christians say that. And because Jesus said, by their fruit they shall be known. And people go, gar, you see, you don't have real fruit here. You see, you don't even wear a dhoti, man. If you had real spiritual fruit, you'd have a nice dhoti and straight tilak and marked in 24 places or however many they put. And you would be following the rules and regulations perfectly, and you would be austere, and you're none of that. See, that's proof you've got no fruit. See, is that fruit spiritual actually, or is it material? See, it's still a mode of goodness. They think, see, mode of goodness fruit. You don't have any mode of goodness fruit. Yeah, you're right. I don't. I don't have any mode of ignorance or mode of goodness fruit. I only have transcendental fruit. That's what I preach here. Transcendental fruit. Want some real sweet, juicy fruits there, Kamalakanta? Where's that? Kamalakanta. Where's that fruit? It's so intangible, man. Where is it? I want some halava, man, with all that oil and sugar in it, man. That I can see. What is this fruit you're talking about? What is this bread of life? I don't see any bread here.
Janaki says that's how I feel. Sorry.
Huh? What?
No, I was reading what Janaki was saying. That's how I feel about you, she said. No one can defeat your words. That's my feeling as well. When I was reading it.
Yeah, that's why nobody comes. They know intuitively.
Yeah, they are afraid.
They know their false ego, death, would be at hand.
Yeah. They throw the, how do you say, the hanky in the ring already.
Yeah, they just and they go away. I challenge you to the duel, and then they run the other way. And then they tell her, yeah, I put the hanky in, and he didn't show up. They lie a little bit. Hey, man, by hook or crook, you got to win, right? That's the false ego. By hook or crook, you become guru. You take the books. Yeah, it sees I'm qualified. And it says the opposite. Everything is reversed. Even all the way up in religion, it's all reversed. You see, even Ganga Das is showing that he doesn't understand the essence. He doesn't understand. Lord Caitanya was preaching so truthfully, man, so perfectly, so awesomely. And you see how few people could understand at that time? Is it surprising? So few understand. Actually, we got more people understanding that Lord Caitanya did back then, until he started to warm up, warm up at the plate.
Yeah, because he gave this to us already.
See, he's given us already. Plus the speaker to speak it too, because it's important, Otherwise you read it and you still don't understand. Yeah. You got to hear the vibration. And that's part of the purification, raising consciousness. Yeah. Go ahead, read on.
So, who can refute my arguments and then establish a new and original concept? I will go into the center of town and teach publicly. I would like to see who has the courage to find the faults and mistakes in my commentaries.
Oh, that reminds me of somebody. I have a feeling Lord Caitanya is walking around here somewhere. It's almost like he's here, because I see that mood, sometimes pops out of nowhere,
Yeah. And Nityananda as well.
Yeah. It comes out of Lalita, I think,
Comes out of you. But I feel his body very strongly. I feel him in my muscles. I feel him pushing from all sides.
Yeah. Watch out, man.
Everywhere, man. So when
Watch
I'm
out,
chanting, I
atheists.
feel really.
It's getting strong now.
It's unbelievable what an experiences. I would like to
see how we're right on course. It's just like, as the Lord developed and everything, we're developing, and it's just the same kind of thing, because people are at these different levels. And this is great because this shows the path. This Lord Caitanya was a safe bridge to the spiritual world, and we connect that bridge again, so that people can walk from Vaidhi. And people, I think our explanations are pretty clear. If they get you like thinking, "Wow, this is something I didn't know before," that's really good. If that means that's some humility there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
People are usually blinded by their wanting to be right. It's more important them to be right, than to have the truth.
Yeah,
that's the problem, No, I got to be right at any course, anything. It's like even in crypto, it's like that, like these people were these naysayers were saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to go down to 10," and you could see big false ego, huge, like a mountain, And it's like God through Bitcoin humbles these guys, because then Bitcoin starts to, and these guys are, and they were so confident before. See, we're doing that on the spiritual level. They're so confident that this is the way it is, and Vaidhi, and we're going like this and everything. And we're rising. You notice we're rising. We got more and more people coming, more and more people taking notice. See, we're rising in value. See, that's the way it works. When you got real fruit, man, we got transcendental fruit, and we're tasting that fruit, and our bodies are becoming, this fruit is transcendental. It's beyond mode of good, fruit and mode of goodness. You get a nice body, because you eat fruit, that's what some people have faith. Oh, I'm a vegan. Just give me fruits and vegetables, and then you see my body, it's still a little sad, or a lot sad, but you see I have great faith. And now I have great faith in this fruit. This fruit is sweeter. This fruit gives you a spiritual strength. It awakens spirit in others. See, by their fruits they shall be known. And see, and people still, they don't know what fruit is it. We don't see any fruit in Gohari Sangha there. Lord Chaitanya's grace place. Where's the fruit? We don't see any fruit. Like Kamalakanda, where's the fruit, man? You
What
know,
kind of fruit do they want to
where's the
see?
fruit? And where's the poor guy? We're gonna get him. We'll get him.
It's about love of Godhead. It's about going back to Godhead. That's what we are doing. It's not about food and a cooking book.
Yeah, it's about relishing Krishna even here in this
I forget
world
to go.
and living more than. See, you think just a train? I don't live a tranquil life. I live a restless. I start tasting the name of Krishna, and I start getting really restless. Tranquil goes out the window, and I don't care. I feel I like this restlessness better. Nityananda did. You get very restless. But there's underlying perfect peace in that too. You know, that all it all comes with it, man. All these, but it's just so intense. It's so wonderful.
Both are
So
present simultaneously, restlessness and
yeah,
peace. Yeah.
yeah.
He's
It's like
very
that.
active inside.
Yeah. You know, there's this like this bhakti that we're preaching. This is really the only practical way to get is you come here, you get a taste of it, and it's just like people. I heard the stories about meth addicts, and even the people. Sometimes people that are what do you call? They're high functioning meth addicts. They live in the world. They have big jobs, lots of money, and all that stuff. And they said, and one guy was getting interviewed, and they said, "Well, why would you do that? You got a nice position and a husband and wife or something. You had a wife and nice job and all that." He says, "You have no idea. You just take a, you know, you there's nothing like that in this world, like this meth, whatever the meth stuff." He said, "There's nothing like it. That's why some people you wouldn't believe who gets into that, especially if you have money, then you can do it a lot. It destroys you ultimately. Matter of fact, the guy they had the interview died shortly after that.
Oh.
But the high is greater than anything. There's something in the brain that it affects. That's why you got to be very careful with drugs, because if you get addicted to that, it's hard to get off of them. You know, it gets a pleasure center, and you'll do anything to get that stuff. So the meth is the most high, and people that even do it once, sometimes they can practically never give it up. It's not like that. But I got good news for everybody. Krishna is sort of like that too, and better. And this high, you'll want to get addicted. This is so wonderful, and it just increased. The high gets better and better. That other stuff, it just ends up destroying you. And this here builds your spiritual body. You become more intelligent, more free, more happy. You benefit the world. See, it's the only real auspiciousness in the world. That's why the Lord wants this new world order like this. This is to be in this world. That's why he came here, to make this a special Kali Yuga. And we're engaged in his work. Not my work, his work. You know, his goals, his understanding, his ideas are, we can't compete. They're the essence of,
Oops.
you know, it really is. And that's why, you know, Lord Caitanya in the Shashastika prayer said, he said in ecstasy, he said this, Ramananda and Swarb Damodar, know from me that chanting the holy names is the only feasible way for salvation in this Kali Yuga. The only feasible way. And so the details are, yeah, chanting in association with these deep ecstatic devotees, and very quickly you'll get the fruit, that's the transcendental fruit of love of Krishna. You know, otherwise it's a longer path. Yeah, so we get the great honor and privilege to teach these things, these truths, and make it clear to the world so that they can benefit like this. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was telling Balaram about my experiences here in my growing process under your guidance. And his answer was, wow, Jaya Prabhupada.
Otherwise, it went through over his head. Or he's speculating on what he thinks it is.
Jaya
Yeah,
Prabhupada.
it's another level. So we're here for this. Whoever's ready, they'll come, We don't need millions. I don't want millions. I couldn't handle it. Krishna knows that. We couldn't handle the purification of millions of people. Not now. Just let people come that are destined to come, and all is well. Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare, that was the problem. Or was it? Let's see. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay, read on.
Okay. The teacher, Gangadasa Pandita, was very pleased when Vishvambara offered his obeisances to his master and left. Gangadasa Pandita is such a fortunate and an elevated personality that the disciple offering obeisances to his feet is none other than the Lord of Sarasvati Devi, the goddess of learning.
Yeah, and the beauty of his pastime. See, the thing about Vrindavan and even Mayapur, the Lord puts the devotees, or actually the Yoga Maya puts in the devotees to sometimes even think they're Vaidhi Bhaktas. See, but what really they just love teaching Lord Caitanya in a fatherly way, as a teacher is more fatherly, instructing their student. See, they got that paternal relationship. See, and so the Lord uses that. So they come in like whatever they are, and it seems like they're just ordinary persons following Varnashram system, and he's doing a whole pastime. Like, this gives us an opportunity to preach the different levels. Gangadas is a pure devotee. He's sent by sent. He would not have such intimacy with the Lord, but he's under that illusion, that it's a divine illusion that he's a Vaidhi, and that. So, but you see, the Lord knew something different, and I'm directing people to the essence also, so they can understand Lord Caitanya. Because if you can understand Lord Caitanya, then that verse in Bhagavad Gita is for you. You can go to that Dham of Mayapur. I mean, really go, in the transcendental mood, and Vrindavan. But the whole thing is, you got to understand the transcendental mentality of the Lord in these Dhams and what's going on. Yeah, see. First, you got to become attracted. I mean, a lot of Vaishnavas in their whole life now, they'll just be on the Vaidhi and they'll die there. That's great. But, Prabhupada knew, he says a lot of people will just get a human birth and then they'll go become like a pious person and a Brahmin and all that. So, it's good. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking? I think I need to stop for a while. I've been talking too much. And I'll just want to continue talking, and it's hard to stop. That's good for now. It's probably, what time is it over there, Lilita?
Here? Oh, it's still early here. 7 o'clock.
Oh, it's early. So I started a little early
Sometimes
today.
it's 10 o'clock here when you preach.
Yeah,
Now
yeah. It's early today. That's good. Well, we stop early because my voice is...
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, my friends, thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you.
Fanny song?
Oh, Fanny song. Fanny's favorite. We got to play that.
We would go out at sunrise,
chanting, dancing to his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Every day the sun will rise, every day the sun will set. Hari Bol. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya